Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. Hope everyone's good. It's Tuesday night. Hope everyone's well. Welcome to the Dare is to Debate. I'm joined as always by Mia from Spurs Between the Lines, whose link is pinned at the top of my chat, and also Queen Elly. Mia, how are you?
Yeah, not too bad. Trying to keep bloody warm. Still really blustery and horrible here. So grim. Today's been the most grim day. Grey all day, raining, windy. Open the door. I have to, when I hold on to the door to let the dogs out and get my arm blown off because obviously the door like flies open.
Yeah. Because you're so small, you'd blow away.
Yes. Do you know what? Alex keeps saying to me every time it's windy, he's a bit like, Mum, I'm really worried about Minnie going outside. I'm concerned in case she gets blown away.
Elly, how are you, lovely?
Well, I had a disaster yesterday, as you ladies know. I burnt my face. I was cooking the steak and it sparked up at me, all the oil, and hit my face and burnt my face. So I'm going to keep the camera off for a little while so I don't scare you all.
It's not that bad, don't worry.
It's not that bad, but I feel conscious of it. So
yeah.
Anyway, we'll get on with the show and forget about my face.
Exactly. Let's have a look who's in the chat first of all. We've got Decaro, who became a member on the channel. Big up to you. Nithin Prasad, a new subscriber. Welcome to the channel. Big up to you too.
Can I just say, I think Decaro, that's the one that he become member on my channel. So thank you so much.
Oh yeah, on your channel. Sorry, he became a member the other day on mine. I thought he was still showing. So yeah, well done, Decaro, for becoming a member on Mia's. There's the link for Mia's channel. Make sure you smash the likes and subscribe on both, please.
Yes.
Chris O'Riordan says, let's get the likes in before they arrive to give the ladies a nice surprise. Does that rhyme? It kind of rhymes. I like
it.
Yeah. We like rhyme. Big up, Drew Lala. Hope you are well, lovely. Lee Smithy Smith, the gravy hater, is in the house. Big up
to the gravy haters. We stay strong together, Lee. Don't worry.
Hope you're good. Future Music, good evening to you. Hope you are doing well. There's my link that's over on Mia's channel as well.
And like, of course.
Terry Wright's in the house. Big up to you.
Big up, Terry.
John Curtin is in the house as well, saying, come on, you Spurs. Obviously, a big game going on tonight as well. Middlesbrough, Chelsea, or is it Chelsea, Middlesbrough? I don't know. Yeah, Chelsea, Middlesbrough, isn't it? For a place in the final. Is it in the final?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
I said to Jim, how typical would that be? The crap season that Chelsea have had if they were to win a cup.
You know what I mean? Like Man United last year.
Yeah. Good evening, Potato Stew. Hope you are well. Good to see you. Obviously, we haven't had a game since we was last on. So we're going to preview the Man City game a little bit later, but we're going to go through some transfer. I suppose they're more rumours than anything, because rumours are rife at the moment with the window being open. I will quickly say I was quite shocked that Calvin Phillips has gone to West Ham. I think that's a fantastic bit of business for them, but I'm surprised. I'm surprised he's gone there, loan with an option to buy. I think he could have done a job for us amongst other clubs, but he's chosen to go to West Ham. So, like I say, good bit of business for them.
I wonder, Kate, if it was a case of that Man City didn't want to let us have him because
possibly
we can't score at your stadium. We're not big fans of yours. You keep robbing people from our little network because obviously some of them come from the City group. So maybe they didn't want to sell to us or let us loan him.
Yeah, quite possibly. Big up Niall.
1981 in the cup final.
What was that, Elly?
Plus we beat them in 1981's cup final.
Yeah, I should think they've forgot about that now. With all the trophies they've won since. Please do like, subscribe and share. Yeah, the West Ham deal I think is apparently done. I'm sure Fabrizio Romano.
I'm sure that he did.
Yeah,
I'm sure I saw that.
Fantastic, like I say, fantastic bit of business. They've brought in some really good players, West Ham, with Ward-Prowse, Kudos, Calvin Phillips. So, no excuses for them. They should be on their way up. But we'll see. I hope not, but we'll see. Mia, you've done quite a couple of videos on this Antonio Nusa. Fabrizio Romano has apparently told Give Me Sport that Ange Postecoglou has identified him as a special talent and wants him signed within the next few days. What do you think about him? Do you see it happening? What's your thoughts?
Oh, do you know what? I think it will happen. I think that we have got a bit of a head start on other teams because, of course, the other teams are sniffing around him as well. But I think we have got a bit of a head start. We're going to be having more talks. So hopefully this is positive. So, yeah, I think we will get it done. I think we'll, because he wants to go back and we're okay with him going back. And I think that's a massive thing. I don't think other clubs can either afford him or afford for him to go back. So I think that will give us that little edge anyway over other teams, to be honest with you.
Yeah, because the idea is loaning back to them till the summer. That's right, isn't it?
Yeah.
Elly, have you got any thoughts on Antonio Nusa?
Yeah, I like him very much. He's a very talented lad. I've been watching him since we've been linked. I did see him play for Norway and he set up Harland's goal. So he's very highly rated by all the Norwegian team. And, he's only 18. It's good that we're loaning him back. It's a bit like Udogie when we loaned him back. And now we've got a more polished player. So I think it's a very, very good deal if they can get it over the line. I'm praying that they do.
Yeah, I mean, Potato Stew said here, good evening, good signing, but how will it impact this season? I don't think it will, because we're going to loan it back. And I mean, a question that a lot of people are asking is whether he will come straight into the first team. Is he ready? He's only young. I mean, to me, I think he will, but I don't know what you ladies think.
Oh, I don't know, because I think that it depends who's fit. I think that's the thing. I think it will depend on how other players do this season. I think they've got some time to impress. So I think that if we see Solomon do well, it could be a case of having Solomon there. We've obviously got, we're going to have Brennan Johnson as well, who can play both sides. So we've got obviously Sonny. So it isn't going to be a case of him coming straight in, I don't think, because I think there's plenty of players that we can switch around depending, I suppose, on who we're playing. So I don't know. I think that he'll get time, but I think it's going to be next season a case of setting up for who we play because we'll have more options.
Yeah, I mean, I was going to say that I don't think, like, when I say come straight in, I meant like get time, not go on loan somewhere. I think he's ready. I mean, as they say, he's playing international football, so you would think he's ready. What do you think, Elly?
Yeah, listen, he's going to be a good addition. Either he starts or he's on the bench. It's making our squad more stronger because we need wingers who can supply and give assists. And he's proven at a very, very young age to be able to do that. And I've been watching him, like I said, and I think he's a very, very strong talent. And if we loan him back, we're not going to see him this season. But, I suppose what he wants to do is give his club one more year till the end of this year, and then join us. So I'm hopeful when he gets with Ange, he'll learn the system very quickly like Udogie did, like duck to water, really. And we push on. Whether he gets a first team place, it depends how Ange sees him, as a future prospect or as a first teamer.
Yeah. I mean, Niall makes a good point here. The transfer window's been really boring, quiet, dull, nothing really happening. But it does always gather pace and grows arms and legs when it's the final weeks and days of the window. Again, it's a lot of talk's been that FFP is the reason why it's so quiet. It just seems literally, well, there's just nothing's really happening, is it? Is it me, or it just seems like nothing's going on?
Maybe because of the FFP, every club is wary now because if they go and spend over their means and then they get caught, right? Because everybody, now they've got the regulator in place as well, they might be very like walking on thin ice So they're not going to take a chance to get those points deducted or even relegation. Because some clubs, it really does make you get relegated if you're down there already, you know, and if you're on the borderline of being down there, you don't want to take that risk, Kate.
Yeah. Do you agree, Mia? Do you think FFP is playing a part in the transfer window?
Yeah, I do think the clubs are wary because they know that if they're going to get investigated already, because there's more names apparently out there that could be investigated, they're going to be worried, aren't they? They're going to be thinking, hold up a sec, we need to sell to be able to even buy. And it just looks like everyone's doing stuff really slowly if they want their players to be sold. We've heard with Arteta, he's saying he's happy. You've not really heard much from Klopp. He hasn't really said a lot about transfers. So even the managers are keeping it on the down low a little bit, aren't they? They're not really saying a lot either.
Yeah. There is talks. I did see that Zubamendi's close to signing for Arsenal. I don't know how true that is, but I would have loved to have hijacked that deal and nicked him. But I think £51 million is the figure that's going about. But he looks a proper player.
How can they afford him though? Because apparently they're really close to their financial thing.
I know, and I would have thought if they're really going to push the boat out and try and sign someone, it wouldn't have been that sort of defensive midfielder. It'd be more someone going forward. For me, that's where Arsenal seem to lack it. But I mean, I don't know. Not that I really care what they're doing, but I just happened to see a report to say that the deal was close. So
it's funny though, ladies, if they do get it over the line and then they're caught out that they've overspent and then points stopped.
That'd be amazing.
That'd be amazing. Yeah.
Joe would be even better if they deduct the points from, like, say, a City, and then they say they're going to be celebrating. Then, like, a week later, they go, actually, Arsenal, we're going to deduct 2 points as well.
Yeah.
Let them celebrate for a week and be really happy.
Yeah.
And
Get down the league.
Yeah.
Rocking down.
Adam says that apparently Newcastle are going in for Noosa as well. I think this is why Tottenham want to get it done as soon as possible because
I'm going to be speaking more about that, Adam, on my video tomorrow and what my thoughts on that are, because I've got thoughts on that.
Oh, Mia's got thoughts.
I have.
Jishnu, welcome to the channel. It says, which is that one generational kind of midfielder you guys would want at Tottenham in the summer?
Oh, I don't know.
Rodri.
I was just going to say that, but that's never going to happen.
Yeah.
I'll get in there before you.
Yeah. I do like Hatate from Celtic. I think he's a good player. Yeah. I like Nunes. Eze, yeah. There's quite a few.
Eze the other day when I was watching him, I know that Palace were really poor, but the only player that was good was Eze, man. Eze was unbelievable. Such a good player.
I used to watch him with my husband because my husband supports QPR, and I thought this player is going to be picked up by a top team. And then Crystal Palace got him, and I thought, what? Come on. There's Liverpool, Arsenal, Chelsea, us, Man United. We all missed the boat.
Yeah, we did massively. He's a brilliant player.
Yeah, he is. He's decent. I'm not sure if any of those we've mentioned are generational, but they're all ones that would definitely improve the team, which is what 100%. We all want. David Clark, good evening, says, you think that Dyer and Sanchez were woeful. You should see the Spurs ladies centre-backs and full-backs. They're shocking. They send their best ever centre-back and captain on loan and end up with this dross.
I like David. He's always having a dig at Spurs ladies. Really, they had to play in gusts of wind the other day. So obviously, no defender looked good, to tell you the truth, because the wind was blowing the ball everywhere. So you can't really judge it on that. And I watched them against Arsenal, and they were superb. They were brilliant, especially the goalie. The goalie was fantastic.
Yeah.
Barbara. Her name is, I don't always disagree with David because I can't diss the ladies because they're settling in as well. And they're sixth in the league, so it's not that bad. And they've improved from last season, no end.
Yeah. Well, Chelsea are 1-0 up, and it was an own goal apparently, which is wonderful.
Just watching it.
Henry put that Arsenal have no money. He forgot to say they have no class. Yeah, that's true, Dazzy, 100%. It's a seller's market. Levy will be buzzing. Hoddle was generational. Yep, he was. David, we got Charlie now. What does that mean?
We signed. Is that
the ladies?
Signed? Yeah.
Okay. Evening, Dave from the Irish Hotspur. Everyone smash the like button. Make sure you also go over and, if you haven't already, sub to Dave at the Irish Hotspur. We need to wait for talents like Lavia, Mainu, Camavinga, or Chumeni. Chumeni, Mama used to make Chumeni.
No, there's a guy there was a Greek player that was going. I think he was rumoured to go with one of our Premier League club, but he's gone somewhere else. And I was like thinking, I wonder how everyone would have pronounced his name. I always think of that when I see Greek names. I'm always like, I wonder how people are going to try and pronounce that, because I found Postecoglou difficult.
Yeah, that's true.
Everybody's got the hang of that now.
Yeah, no, they have.
It's a P rather than a B.
Yeah.
Don't matter.
Yeah.
We'll let them off.
We'll let them
off. Halloumi.
Steve. Why is that not right? Halloumi.
It's worse when they say like other ones. Like, I remember when I went to the barber shop and they're like, "Can I have some coffee?" Some coffee. What are you talking about, coffee, you weirdos?
They just say it as they see it, don't they? They don't really know. And
it's like catchphrase.
The Greek accent. I like the Greeks who say it in a Greek accent. You know? They're never going to do it.
No, exactly. Steve D's in the house. Big up, Steve. He says the generational midfielder I'd like at Spurs is a fit Maddison, injury-free. Yes.
Yeah.
Wouldn't we all?
Yeah.
Come on.
Wow.
Don't do it again.
Jimbo's in the house. Big up, Jimbo.
Big up, Jim.
Says, hi, Kate, Mia and Ellie. Bless him. Been to the physio today, so he's a bit sore. Yeah. Good evening, Jimbo. Big up, Daniel E's also coming.
Big up.
Go on, Daniel E.
Big up, Gio Ria.
That's a good name.
Big up.
Evening, Bill. 451 Bill. Evening to you. Dazzy says that Chelsea shirt looks like Stevie Wonder's sewn it together.
I love that name, Daddy to Jazzy.
Yeah. Mark says Spurs will get into the top 4 at the very least. Don't know why fans are saying we'll come 6th or 7th. The fans lack belief. I think it's years of being disappointed.
I think that I don't think it's that. I think that at the end of the day, that everybody's expectations are different, Mark. So I don't think it's I don't think it's negative. I think it's just everybody's expectations were different. At the beginning of the season, I said 6th or 7th, and I still think that's my expectation because it's our first season with Ange. So I wouldn't be mad if we got 6th or 7th. That's all that is.
Yeah, I
wouldn't be mad. I want to finish in the top 4. Or win the league. But the thing is, to win the league, we have to go on a similar run that we did at the beginning of the league. And that means we need our better players who can craft out the better chances.
And we need to hope that Man City don't go drop this run that they normally do, which after Christmas they normally go into overdrive. So
they've won 4 on the trot, haven't they now? They're in their overdrive at the moment, but they're going to go full steam ahead. But the thing is, not many teams can beat them, ladies, can they? Not many teams. So that means you have to win your games as well.
Exactly.
And we won't win the league because we're behind them. They have to lose games.
Yeah, exactly that. Jishnu says, Noosa seems like a wide playmaker, Sancho type, more of an all-rounder who can come off the flank and spread play, find runners as well as beat men down the line. Not great, but pretty good one-on-one also. Good. All sounds good.
Yeah.
Evening, Richo. Hope you are well. Good to see you. 6th or 7th with the progression under Ange would still be a big improvement to kick on. Yep, 100%. I'll win the league. I'll pick win the league, please. Yeah, I think we all would, Potato. Injuries and suspensions are why we are not in the top 2. Yeah, possibly. Quite possibly. Daniel says to win the league is basically nearly impossible now. We're 8 points behind a Liverpool side who have lost once in 35 league games. Yeah, that's who I've got. Yeah, that's who I think will win the league. I'm not going to lie.
It's either them or Man City, but if outside chance is us and Arsenal, but I don't see the others. I think Villa will drop off myself.
Yeah, quite possibly.
I just think they will, because they always do.
Yeah, I mean, it is possible they will. I think they're underestimated a little bit, but they have got Europe as well, so it'll be interesting to see. Dazzy to Jazzy says, when we did the double, we won the first 11 games. No one's done that since. There's Mia's link. Please make sure you go over, smash a like and subscribe. And the same to me, please. The links are posted in the chat. Anyway, is it still 1-0? I just heard what sounded like some noise. Is it still 1-0? Does anyone know?
Yeah, it's 1-0. It's 1-0 from what I can see.
I think they're watching it downstairs. I'm not sure. Depends on if Angela's let Theo watch it.
Mark says Man City are not themselves. Villa and Arsenal will drop off for me. It's either Liverpool and Tottenham for the title. Wow, that's a bold statement.
Wow,
that is very bold. There's the next bit. Yeah, the next bit of news was Spurs bargain Gallagher alternative. It said Tottenham are reportedly in the market to sign a new midfielder because Højbjerg is expected to leave. Yeah. And the guy that they're looking at is I can't find his name and I can't pronounce it anyway.
Go on, have a go, Kate.
Hang on, I've got to find his name. I've lost it. I've got it all on my phone and I've lost where it was. They're keeping their eye. I was talking to Alan about it the other day on his stream, and we was trying to pronounce his name right. It begins with S. Saminsky or something.
How'd you spell it?
Hang on, I'm trying to find it. I'm so unorganised. They're looking at Antonio Nusa again, another one. We already know that, but there's a lot of people reporting it. I can't find his pigging name. He's 24.
Who's he playing for?
Is it Club Brugge he plays for? No, Turkish star Sebastian Szymanski. Have you heard of him?
I reckon you've butchered the name.
It's SZYMANSKI. He looks mustard. Me and Alan did a little preview on him. He's 24. He's been a huge hit since leaving Moscow to join Fenerbahce.
What is he, a defensive midfielder or an attacking midfielder?
No, he's an attacking midfielder.
Yeah, because if we're going to get rid of Højbjerg, we really need another defensive one.
Well, I think he can play multiple positions, Ellie, from what what Alan was saying.
Szymanski.
Yeah, it says he's what?
Is he Polish?
Yes. They said he's posting ridiculous numbers this season, but it's £30 million when he only has 12 months experience in Turkish football. So it says it's unlikely Spurs would pay that much when they would rather land Gallagher for 45 million. But I looked at this Szymanski and I thought he looked really good. And it's Zeminski, otherwise known as Dave.
Can we call him Dave?
Big up, Jimbo.
I couldn't sit there. I don't like questioning you girls, but I couldn't sit there typing. My arm's bloody killing me. So I thought I'd pop on.
Again, is Højbjerg going to go this window? If he does, they're saying it's not going to be till the end of the window, which means will we get someone in time? What do you think, Mia? I know how much you love Højbjerg.
Yeah, of course. I wonder if if we've got someone maybe in the pipeline, so if he does go, we can maybe go quick. But he's actually requested to leave. Højbjerg. He's actually apparently gone to Tottenham and said that he wants to leave. So I think that we need to find him a place and just let him go, because I think having a player who doesn't want to be here isn't any good for anybody. So even if we've got someone in on loan, I think that would be better than to have someone here who don't want to be here, to be honest.
Yeah, I agree. What do you think, Ellie? Obviously, he's your man.
Yeah, I feel sad, but obviously, if he's not getting game time and he wants to be considered for the international team, and if he's not playing, that might jeopardise it. So I can understand his thinking. Plus, he's a footballer; he wants to play, and he's not going to get many opportunities. Only if there's injuries. So good luck to him. Whatever club buys him is going to get a very good midfielder, and he's he's a dedicated footballer. I like him. I can't.
I would never have guessed that.
He's not my favourite player at Spurs, because Bentancur's my favourite. But, you know, I wish him good luck. If he finds a club that he's happy with, you know, we'll send him on his way. And we're getting a younger player who could do more than him. You know, there's no harm in that.
Yeah. Yeah, Benny, good evening. Ben says we should have got Phillips. We missed the boat. We did just say this. West Ham have done a great bit of business there. Jimbo, what do you make of it? Do you think Højbjerg will go this window? And will we replace him?
You're right, Ellie.
Yeah, I'm all right, darling.
Good.
Right, you go.
How is your neck and that, Ellie?
Yeah, my face is scabbed over now, so it's started to heal.
Bloody hell. Yeah. You're a disaster, Ellie.
I know. It isn't my fault.
And to top it all off, you like Højbjerg. That's just like, what a bad week.
She's now Queen Ellie Sessignon because she's always injured.
Yeah. The thing is, I'm glad he's leaving as well. I'm going to be Queen Ellie Porro, I think.
No, because you can't. You've got to be an injured. You've got to be an injured player because you're always injured.
You see, Bentancur's my favourite, but I love Porro. I think he's fabulous. The way he pans the badge, I think he's fabulous.
Yeah, Jimbo, what do you make of Højbjerg? Do you think he'll bugger off this window?
Well, I hope he does. I hope he does. And I'm not being unwilly, but
for his career, isn't it?
He doesn't fit in here, does he? And you can see he doesn't want to be here. So just let him go. Let him go.
Yeah.
Let him go on his merry way.
He was in Dubai this week, so
yeah.
Maybe he should stay there.
Yeah, I was just going to say that, Mia.
I know you did. You said that. He probably would stay there. He's got enough money.
Well, it's only a short flight to Saudi. I'm sure they're by him.
Yeah. Queen Ellie Anderton.
He's 28.
Yeah, we did say that. We did say that, Ben, as well, about Anderton.
Chelsea are 2-0.
2-0 up.
Oh, my God.
First one was an own goal.
They're going to make the final and you watch Poch bloody win it.
I don't know. It is Poch. It is Poch we're talking about.
Well, it's going to either be... Is it Liverpool in the other semi-final?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, Steve.
Yeah, this chat, I mean, I don't really believe this anyway. This is basically, there was an article released in a French outlet saying that Tottenham would really like to sign Jean-Claire Todibo, but it's not going to happen, basically, which I kind of guessed was going to happen anyway. It's a bit like the whole Tapsoba thingamajiggy. They value him at 60 million euros, but don't want to sell him before the end of January. And there's lots of clubs that want him.
What position does he play?
He's centre half.
Yeah, so you're looking at one. Then, I mean, it's lovely. You'd have Romero, Van der Ven, Dragusin, and Tomato, however you say it. But I never really expected that to happen. I don't know about anybody else.
No, fake news.
I think Man United is going to get him.
If they want to be serious, if they want to make Tottenham a serious club, then they need to buy another centre back.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. But it was never going to be him. Bill said, let's rejoice. Sessignon to Leeds on loan with a 10 million obligation to buy. Is that true?
Oh, lovely.
Is that true? Are you spreading fake news, Bill? Why, like, getting us all excited?
I think it could be true. If it's come from Bill.
Yeah, but he might be on the wind-up. I can't see anything about it. But that would be amazing news if that's true. It feels like the pressure is too much for Spurs to win a trophy. You never get that feeling. Watch Chelsea win the League Cup while Spurs sit back. Oh, I think we should call you Eeyore as well, Mark.
Eeyore.
So are you happy having no backup central midfielder on the bench until potentially mid-Feb if we sold Højbjerg before deadline day?
No, I don't think any of us. I think we all said that he has to be replaced, right? If obviously he goes, I assume.
Yeah. I agree with this. I would still rather have Skip.
Yeah, so would I.
I don't know.
Go on, Elly.
I don't know. I think Højbjerg's an all-round better player. He's got more experience, but Skip's developing still. He's still developing.
He's got more passion.
We're waiting for him to be the finished article, aren't we?
Listen, my man
well against Manchester United, I must admit. He done some nice touches, done a lovely ball. So he's got that in his locker. He's just got to show more of it. You know, standard authority.
Neither of them are particularly good, but obviously the thing is, my nan had experience, but she still got rigor mortis. You know what I'm
saying? Nice joke.
So, you know, I don't think experience really comes into it. They're both pretty pants. I think we're going to keep. I think we're going to keep Skip.
Important though. In a team.
I think we're going to keep Skip because of the homegrown thing. I think that's basically why we're keeping him. I'm going to be honest.
He's Spurs through and through, so they're going to be loyal, aren't they?
Yeah. Revenite, big up to you. Says big up to him and ladies. Great to see you. It's Revenite FC. Rebranded my channel so nobody gets lost like Jim when finding my channel.
Why have I got the wrong channel?
No, but you was confused. You always get confused.
I was well confused.
Yeah,
I saw lightsabers and all that crap, and I was thinking, what's happening here?
We've got to deny Poch's first trophy in England, it looks like. Yes, Revenite, you do.
Please.
Yes, Skip before Højbjerg. Evening, Mr. M. Good to see you. Adam saying no one will go now until the summer. Big up Daniel Sandoval. One love to you too. Skip is more mobile than Pierre, but Pierre is a better technician and has a goal in him. I don't think he has got a goal in him anymore. He's never scores anymore.
Well, he's not really had a chance, really. He's only had parts.
Yeah, because he's too busy falling over the bloody ball.
But his job is not to score.
Twat bag.
His job is not to score, is to pass. His passing game is fabulous.
Bill says, I ain't no Donald Trump. A lot of Leeds outlets are reporting it. I have Leeds connections, a bit like Danny Kiriakou has at Spurs. Yeah, we will do predictions for Friday.
Danny,
Ash says, Liverpool could potentially do a quadruple. Their squad depth is mad. Wow, what depressing.
I don't want to think about that.
Poch is going to win a trophy in his first year at Chelsea. Makes me sick. No, I can't see him beating Liverpool.
Me feel sick, but yeah, hopefully they won't.
We've got to face Chelsea twice in the coming weeks now. God, I hate playing them. They always play well against us. Oh, don't
that's
think
what I'm saying. Revenite, don't put it out into the ether. Please don't.
No. Tuchel ban.
Why do we have to play Chelsea twice?
Not us.
Liverpool.
Oh, right. Oh, sorry.
Tell Lex Luthor Levy he needs to pay up 60 million for Gallagher. He paid 55 for Brennan. He'll never pay that for Gallagher, ever.
No.
60 million. No. Not in a million years. Not in 60 million years.
He's worth the same as Maddison, 40.
Yeah. Kate and Mia immediately turn to Eeyore when the name Pierre-Emile Højbjerg is mentioned. Yes, we do.
Can you blame us?
Yeah.
I do.
Can anyone confirm about us being in for O'Reilly for 20 million in talks at the minute?
What O'Reilly?
Don't know.
I have no clue.
I haven't heard anything.
O'Reilly, but he's a bit old now.
Liverpool will win the League Cup, Premier League and Europa League. Oh, Daniel E. strong predictions. Yeah.
I reckon they'll win. Yeah, they might do,
I think, do you know what? Well, now you've said it and I've read it, there's no reason why that shouldn't happen. They're favourites for the Europa League. They're favourites for the League Cup. And the Premier League, they're at the top of the table in front. So, yeah, quite possibly. A very good evening, Ian Barron. 3-0.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Hope you're all well and are having a great wet, windy day. The Darlow game was called off 5 minutes before kickoff tonight. Shocking. Chris O'Riordan says, we don't want Gallagher. He doesn't want to join the party. He's Chelsea.
Yeah.
Bill says, I must be the only one who wants Potts to win the trophy to spite Levy. Shows what a bit of backing would have done. Boo, Bill.
Do you know what that shows, though, Bill? That shows your dislike for Levy over like what you think about Tottenham, because you'd rather our rivals win it. Do you know what I mean? Like, I can never do that. Like, each their own, absolutely. Of course, you're entitled to that opinion, but I could never wish that. I don't care.
I'm with Bill.
I think that's just, I think to dislike your owners, fair enough.
I dislike him because he doesn't bring our club forward.
Yeah, but he's not saying that, Ellie. He said he wants Chelsea to win a trophy to spite.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
You're cutting your nose off to spite your face because you're then letting them have a trophy. Why would you want that? I don't know. Am I crazy for saying that, Kate, Jim?
They haven't won this yet. They might lose 4-3.
There is no way on this planet I would want Chelsea to win any trophy ever in my life, ever.
I wouldn't want them to win anything, but I don't get why he's put it like that. I think he's just saying, listen, I don't know. It's just a bit of a weird way to put it.
Thing is, I don't like all this either. Levy never takes our club forward. Yes, he does. Look at our club, right? Yes, we don't have trophies on the football side. Yes, I agree. Yes, it's been 23 years of failure.
That's what the game's about, Kate.
Yeah, I know, but you've also got to look at where we stand as a football club now. What a position we're in with the stadium and everything. Levy has brought our club miles forward, but now it's time for him to let the football play be taken over by the football people.
But also, as I always say, for a kick here or kick there, things that are actually out of Levy's control because it's the footballers on the pitch and the manager's decisions. It's not.
If you get better players in.
No, because they get us to that final. Listen, if they're able to get us to that final.
If you invest in the team, right, properly and scout properly,
right,
he puts in charge scouters to scout proper players,
right,
and they weren't doing their job properly, right, and it took our club backwards rather than forwards. And then Poch came in, done a repair job, brought us forward, and then he didn't back him.
Right, listen, when we got that point,
if he backs Ange properly, I will support him.
Yeah, but
I'm not supporting him at all. This is not what I'm saying, Ellie. All I'm saying is that there's other things outside things when it comes to winning stuff. So cups especially, that we get to that point, and for a handball in the Champions League, we don't know what would have happened if Poch didn't play. Sonny out of position, could we have done better? Joe, there's all these things, right, that happen in games that managers and that players contribute to winning or losing. If we lost on penalties, is that Daniel Levy's fault that we lost on penalties?
Yeah, but you're not getting my point either.
But you're not getting my point. It's not always.
My point is,
Daniel
if
Levy
you
cannot
put players on the pitch, you've got more chance of winning those finals.
But the point is, they got us there, Ellie. If they get us to that final,
Harry Kane's gone because we haven't won nothing.
Yeah, but that can't all be on Levy. If Sissoko hadn't moved his arm on that, but Ellie, what Mia's saying,
the club in general, they should have backed Poch when they had the chance.
Yes, but what Mia's saying is that particular team got us to the final. We could have won that final. Ericsson was shocking in the Champions League final. If he'd have turned up, we might have won. That's not Levy's fault. So it doesn't matter that he didn't back him for that.
He didn't put better players so that we could win these.
No, I don't like.
How do you think Man City have progressed?
But Ellie, everybody said that team, good Poch, was our best. But everybody says, right, that team with Poch was one of the best teams that we had, right? So if they couldn't get us over the line, as well as Levy takes a big slice of the pie, do not get it twisted. But you can't say that those players were not good enough.
But I'm saying, if he had backed the managers at the right time, we would have had more chance of getting it over the line.
Listen, when he was building up to that point, it was Harry Redknapp who got us there into that Champions League, right? At that point, before that, we weren't Champions League club. We weren't. And we got to that point, and then we had to push on, and we pushed on again, and we weren't ready for it because, of course, he didn't back us because we were building the stadium. But that's the problem. But we did have, when he first come in, when Poch first come in, he did have to sort stuff out. I'm not trying to deny that. But don't say that we didn't try and build up to that point, because he did push us on. He did, because he was a team. Hold on, we was a team
out on Poch, Mia.
We was a team that never got into Europe, to a team into Champions League, that a team that did the Champions League. So he pushed us to that point, surely, because obviously we had to get to that point. So we did get to that point.
Poch's skill got us there. No, it was a fantastic coach.
But listen, when you think Harry Redknapp was the first coach that got us into the Champions League, it was not Pochettino, it was Harry Redknapp that started it. He's the one who got us.
No, that's a different era altogether. It's still
the same management. It's still the same owners that got us to that point, to get Harry to get to that point. But it doesn't matter. My point is,
we didn't win anything, did we?
No, but because we were pushing. But we were pushing to get there
by winning trophies.
You don't. We won a trophy in 2008, and where did it get us? Where did it get us? Where did it get us?
If you win the Champions League, if you win the league, then you get a higher status.
Right. We didn't.
Man City, they've seized the power.
Right, we weren't going to win the league, right? It was no way. I don't think that with Pochettino that we had the right things to win that league, right? I just don't. I think the time was the time we should have taken advantage of that, and we didn't. But to get to that point, Ellie, we had to build up. We got a cup in 2008, and that didn't get anywhere. That didn't get us anywhere.
My brother, he's a very good philosopher. He said, he makes us relevant, but he doesn't push us that extra mile.
But I can't say that every time it is. It's got. You can't say.
I'm willing to give him a chance, right? I'm not one of these fans who won't give him a chance. I'm willing to give him a chance, but if he doesn't push us on and we don't win trophies, we're going to be the same old Tottenham. We're going to be the bridesmaid and never.
Right. So what if we lose on penalties and we lose on penalties to get a FA Cup? And you're going to blame Daniel Levy for that? You can't say that on penalties, though, Ellie. This is why I'm saying that everybody who blames
City get it over the line.
Right, people who blame 100% on Daniel Levy is wrong. A big percentage is Daniel Levy, but you can't blame it all on Daniel Levy. Is what I was saying.
No, ladies, look.
Daniel Levy. There's other factors.
Listen. Let me say something. Right, you got to remember. Right, that we got to the Champions League final, and that was down to Poch, right? And we had some good players, but it wasn't Levy's fault we never won it, because Poch made a lot of mistakes in that final. Right, the people he played. Let me finish, Ellie. The people he played, right, and we had the bad luck with the penalty that should never have been a penalty in a million years. So you can't blame Levy for that. But look, at the end of the day, we are where we are, and we just got to forget what's happened and crack on and move on.
Yeah,
that's moving on with this manager.
To give him another try.
And then just moving on with this manager, and Levy is backing him, and he's going to keep backing him, and we're going to win the league, and we're going to win the FA Cup, and we're going to be one of the best teams in this country.
What you can't do is, when things are going well, praise the manager, but when things are going bad, blame the board. It's not fair.
Yeah. Exactly.
You've got to be level-headed.
I stay with the status quo. I've always got the same stance. I'm willing to give him a chance. I'm like Jim. Jim says I'm willing to give him a chance, right?
Yeah, but what Kate's saying is, things are going well now, and he is going to back him. Then of course you've got to say that Levy has done something good. You can't be obviously always saying.
I won't put him down if he's done the right job for Spurs, and we start winning things as well. That'd be lovely. but give us a better chance to win the things.
Thing is, there's only so many trophies up for grabs every year as well.
Yeah,
You've got to remember
there
that.
is, but we want to be the ones grabbing them.
But you've got to remember, right? We've spent a lot of money, and you can't blame Levy for recruitment. The recruitment is the people that the scouts and that.
The buck stops at the top, Jim.
Yeah, I know that. But if Levy's advised to buy on Dembele and told he's a superstar, right, and Lo Celso, well, what does Levy do? If people he's hiring to find these players, bring them in.
FYI, your man Poch wanted Ndombele. He wanted him. So
you can't blame Levy for that. He spent 60
million
on a donkey.
We have to scout better, and this new regime, I'm happy with.
Poch wanted him, so I'm sorry, but you've got to blame Poch. Yeah, but what we're trying to say is that, but other players that haven't worked out have also been that Poch wanted. So you've got to also understand that if the manager says they want players, what Jim's saying is that you've got to also say the recruitment say to him, we want this is the player we want, Mr. Levy, and Levy goes, all right, cool. That's
nobody knew at that stage that Ndombele was going to be a right idiot and just waste his career.
But this is why Ange is so good.
One player though.
But this is why Ange is so good, because Ange has come out and said the buck stops with me. I ask for these players, they give me the players. If they don't perform or they don't work out, talk to me because it's me that's picked them. This is what I like about.
I love that, Jim.
Yeah, this is what I like about the regime we've got now.
He's his own man.
Yeah, so people can't scream about Levy now about the players that are coming in, because it's Ange's telling him who he wants.
Yeah, but you know what's going to happen? If Brendan Johnson's a failure, it'll be, that's Levy's fault. But if Van der Ven says it's Ange's fault.
I wouldn't say that, because
everybody says it.
Yeah, but the thing is, right? But people forget where we were, right, to where we are now. You know, we're one of the biggest clubs in the world now, with our facilities, with everything, with the money coming in. So this is time, because it's only been the last few years. You've got to remember, we never spent for 3 windows, but we don't know what was happening in the background, right? We were hiring Wembley. We were building a stadium, paying massive wages to people. You know,
COVID.
It's not, COVID. It's not a never-ending pot of money. You know, you've got to stop somewhere and draw the line somewhere. But look, at the minute, Levy's made us, right? He's made us one of the biggest clubs in the world now, with everything that's happening with the club. So now they've got to prove it by kicking on now, right? Yeah. The money's coming in now. And so we have to kick on now and prove we're one of the biggest clubs in the world. So really having this conversation is pointless. We've got to have this conversation next year and the year after, see where we are. And then we can blame Levy or not blame Levy. Because at the minute, everything's going well and Levy's doing what he said he would do. So, you know, I'm not a Levy out. No, not in a million years. I'll tell you something. Levy leaves this club, we'll be a worse club for it. 100%. There's no argument about it.
Quickly want to say hello to my bro. And he says, hi, I hope everyone's well. Kate, Jim,
Jack.
And the Queen.
Big up, Jack.
Right. Well, it's just a debate, that's all.
What I will say is
it's to debate, isn't it?
I don't understand why you have to be a Levy in or a Levy out.
Yeah.
Why can't we just be somewhere in the middle? Because I really think Levy's done wonders with this club and the local area and the business side. But we want better for the football side. So if people
want to call me that now, Kate.
A Levy lover, that's fine, but I'm certainly not. But then I'm not Levy out either. I'm just
I don't like that term of people going, "Oh, you're a Levy lover," because it's not like that. I might sound like I'm defending him, but I try and be balanced and reasonable with my thought processes and my patterns when I speak about things. I think, right, well, we can't blame everything on one side because that's not reasonable. I try and be a reasonable person and think about, and also the business side of it. People don't understand that running a business isn't just, oh, we've got one person below you. He's got hundreds of people working for him. And if they're not doing their job properly and nobody's reporting it back to him, how is he supposed to know? Because he's at the head of it, but he needs those people to be reliable and report back if things aren't going right. And if things aren't going right, he needs to know about it because he doesn't know every intricate little thing that goes on in the club. That would be crazy to think that, because the club's huge. It's humongous.
He's had 22 years in charge. We've won 1 cup, right? So it's not good enough in that terms.
Yeah, I agree with that.
In those terms, it's not good enough. But I understand where you're coming from, Mia. I really do. Because you can't always blame the man at the top. But some people say, well, he's the man at the top, so he should get the chop. But he's done wonders. He's done wonders for the club financially. So there's a balance. There's a balance.
No, and Bill saying who hires and fires, of course, it's him. But if he doesn't know the information, Bill, if people aren't getting back to him and saying, or like the fact is that he should do a better job, absolutely, in making sure that things are going well. He should step away from certain aspects, 100%. But is he this all-round bad thing? No, I don't think he has done a completely
bad person.
No. I mean, like, is it a bad thing that he's been in charge of our club?
He's made mistakes.
Yeah.
I'll tell you something else,
Mia. He's trying to put things right. He's trying to put things right, but I just hope that he can put things right so that Ange has got the best chance. Because I love Ange.
I'll tell you
and
something
I don't
he
want
did.
him to be let down.
I'll tell you something he did that was right. When everybody was paying 300, 400, 500 grand a week wages, he stuck to 200 grand.
Yep.
Right. That's a massive thing he done there, because this is what puts clubs in trouble when you're paying wages of 300 grand upwards to players, right? And he stuck to 200 grand. And I said to Kate, it's at the time, do you remember, Kate, when he said he wouldn't go over it? That's the best thing you could do for the club. When you look at United, they owe so much money. All these clubs. You can't pay them. You can't pay them sort of wages to a team of players, and it not come back and hurt you sooner or later. I don't think people comprehend how much money that is that they're paying out in wages. I mean, it's ridiculous. He has upped it now a little bit, but you've got to stick to a certain level if you don't want to go under. Paying a player. Look at Ozil was on 500 grand a week. How can you justify paying Ozil 500 grand a week? There's lots of players. There's loads of players. Look at the kid who's just left. Is it Sancho? Who just left Man United? He's on 3.5 a week. You can't justify that. It's ridiculous. So it would sticking to a wage structure was massive, I think, for our club.
That's it, and it's spoiling the game a bit because.
But you know what? Look at everything that he's done when it comes to financials, and now look how messed up other teams are, and look how okay we are.
Yes,
and do you know who that's down to? That's down to Daniel Levy.
He's a businessman. Nobody's doubting that. But that business Levy outers will not say that he's a bad businessman.
Yeah, but it's not about being. But that businessman is to do with the club as well, because the business affects the club. So what he actually did was beneficial to the club. So his good business affects the club. So it goes hand in hand, the business that he's done.
Yeah, we have to reap the rewards from it now.
4-0.
We have to push on in it. Yeah. How did Chelsea score 4 goals? The only time they scored 4 goals is when we went down to 9 men.
Yeah, 3K a week goes, or was it 3? I think it was 500. 3K, but it's still ridiculous. It's ridiculous money.
£150,000. It is.
AJ says, as a businessman, Levy's top class when it comes to on-field matters, not so much. He seems to have recruited the right people to handle the football side of it, so it's onwards and upwards, hopefully.
Yeah.
Exactly that.
That's what I'm saying as well, AJ.
But you've got to look what Levy's done in the past, right? Has benefited our club now massively. Someone put the other day on Twitter, Tottenham ain't a big club, and I put, no, we're not a big club, we're a massive club now.
Yeah.
And he has made us a massive club, by what he's done.
Joe, he reminds me of Megamind. He sits up and he's like,
exactly that.
But now we're becoming a big club, right? We were a big club before in terms of name and history. Now we can be a big club, a proper big club that wins things and goes on and wins titles and Champions Leagues. And
it's so difficult though, because realistically you've only got the League Cup, which you sniffed at, Ellie, and when it was only a League Cup, you've got the FA Cup, you've got the Champions League, you've got the Premier League, and that's only four trophies a season.
Yeah.
It's
But
not.
we wanna be
Everyone
one of
just says
those
it like
clubs
it's
in the
easy.
mix. We don't want to be on the outskirts. We want to be in the mix and right up there. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
All I know is
recruitment is so vital.
all I
And
know
it
is
looks like we're doing the right thing now.
all I know is I sit here, I watch Tottenham Hotspur now, right? When I finish watching them, I've got a smile on my face because I'm watching great football, right? And this is the beginning of the project. So can you imagine where we're going to be in 18 months' time,
Yeah.
2
I
years'
like
time?
football as well. I do. I must admit, not every single game, but most of the games.
Even when we lose, you can't say we played bad.
We had a few stinkers against Wolves. We played.
Yeah, but you got to look who was out there, Ellie. It's a different. You got to look. We had a
the
makeshift
same
back four.
midfielders against Man United, but we had Benny back. That makes a huge difference. Yeah, it can only get better, innit, Jim and Kate?
It's going to get better. It's not. It can only get better. It will get better. This club is on the way up, right? And I'm telling you now, people are going to be scared to play us. You know, they are. People are going to look and say, "We're going to Tottenham."
The league this year as well. We're
going to Tottenham next, and they're going to be pooping their pants.
Ex-Manchester United legend, I don't even know if he's a legend, Dwight York has come out and urged Man United to get rid of Anthony and sign Son Heung-min. The cheek!
They can swivel on it.
You're joking me.
No,
they're not going to go to Man United.
Well, good luck with that.
No,
he's a Spurs man through and through.
He said a plea to Man United, they should get rid of Anthony and sign Sonny. I don't know what planet he's living on, but that ain't never going to happen.
Well, you know he's not going to go for money because he could have gone to Saudi.
Yeah. Ash has just said that Vermeeren has gone to Atleti, another good little player.
I did that this morning that they were in for him.
Yeah, but he's
Madrid.
Yeah.
He's only a youngster though. I'm not. He's our captain. Why the hell would he go to United? Yeah. Exactly. Son would never play for United. Dwight York was quality at Man U. I can't stand him though. I just don't like him. Also, another bit of Levy business here. Leeds United are interested in buying Tottenham's Joe Rodon, and Levy has said he wants at least £15 million for him.
Yeah, well, I think he paid 12 for him, didn't he?
Yeah, I mean, what's everyone's thoughts on that? Mia, I'll start with you.
I think to get 15 is probably a bit of a push. If we've got 12 back for him, paid what we got, what we paid for him, I think that would be reasonable. But Levy's going to be Levy. But if they want him bad enough, I think that's a really good. It's good. Let him kind of go. Let him. I think that's a reasonable. But do you know what though? A lot of the time with these negotiations, if you're selling something and you want to get a good price, you're always going to put it up a little bit because there's a price that you've got in your head. So if I think to myself, oh, I want to sell that for £25, I'm not going to tell you £25, am I? I'm going to say 30. And then when I get you down to 25, you're going to think that's a bargain. So people don't understand, with negotiations, you never start at the point that you actually are going to sell it for. You normally make it higher because then you're going to get the price that you actually want. So,
I mean, Ellie, what do you think about that?
I'm thinking that's the Greek marketeer coming out of Mia. Get in there. There's a job vacant for you, Mia. Yeah, I think so. I think they've put it at 15 because they're expecting to get 12. It's their money back. Yeah.
Jimbo, what do you make of it?
He's a 10 to 15 million pound player in this market. So they will get somewhere between 10 and 15. It'd probably be 12 and the add-ons if they do 3 million add-ons if they do certain stuff. So he is that price player.
Oh, well, I thought they was being quite optimistic, but in
this market, he's
I was thinking 10 million is round about what they'd get, but maybe you're right. I mean, as someone's just said, he's been brilliant for Leeds and defender of the season in the Championship. So,
yeah,
I just hope he goes. It's number one.
Let's be honest, he never got much of a chance at Tottenham, did he?
No,
but you could see he was crap.
Graham Roberts said he's championship level.
Yeah, you could see he wasn't at this level.
Yeah.
Look at Jimbo putting his Levy head on.
I'm not a Levy out person because I love Levy, what he's done for this club. You know, I've been a supporter for this club for over 50 years, and I've seen what a change he's made, right? Now, the only thing we can hope, right, is that he has learned his lesson about the on-pitch, even though I agree that I think he has spent a lot of money on players, and I don't blame him for some of the recruitment because he's been advised. But I mean, I think he gets a bit of a raw deal, Levy, and I do. He's made us our club into a massive club. You know, what was they saying on Sky Sports? We're the third biggest sports empire in the world now. Tottenham Hotspur with the revenue. So now he's got to show, you know, the football side of it, put the revenue into that, and move on. You know, but I just think to myself, a lot of people don't sit down and think, right, about how much money a club actually spends. And you've got to draw the line somewhere. In the summer, I thought we had a really good window and people were still moaning, well, why didn't we buy him? Why didn't we buy him? Why didn't we buy him? Because we've got 15 players sitting on the sideline taking massive wages that we're not using. You just can't keep doing it. You know, I've run my own business, a couple of my own businesses, and you've got to sometimes, you know, draw the line and say, well, I can't afford to do that because of this. You know, and I just
the only thing I would say, I think we should have got another centre back. That's the only thing we should have done in that window. But we got Ashley Phillips, who's 18, and we never played him, and now he's on loan. That's the only criticism. If we'd got that centre back, because we know Romero's got he's going to get suspended sometime in the season, and then we were unlucky with injuries. Who would have thought that would happen? Right, but if we had that centre back like Dragusin, if we got him in that time, or another centre back, it would have been a bit better. I would have said, yeah, now that was a very, very good window.
The problem
it was a good window, but it would have been a very, very good window. If
the thing is, though, it's all about shoulda, coulda, wouldas. And then if we would have got that one, maybe we would have got Dragusin. So that's the thing, isn't it? Like, you can't really.
We've got him now. That's the main thing.
That's the thing. I'm trying to say,
we've got him now.
A lot of people do revisionism on players that we get. They revise what they think, like, because once the players play and then they revise actually all and change their minds. Like, at the end of the day, it's what it is. We didn't get them then, we've got one now. That's what's important.
Yeah, I'm just saying because we could have done a bit better in some of the games because we were playing Emerson Royal.
If buts are monkey nuts.
Exactly.
Just said.
Not in this case. We should have really done it. We should have got the business done.
But you don't know that would have been the definitive thing that made us win those games or not. You can't say.
Us a proper centre back.
Bill is asking you, Jim. You've seen what we did before Levy and since Levy. What was better?
Well, before Levy, the times were different. They never got these huge wages. I mean, I remember when when players got a few grand a week, you know, and they were earning massive money. It's different now because of how the game's changed and how the sponsorship and the wages and everything that goes into it. But obviously, the times before Levy, I've seen us win a lot of cups, and used to see us get to semis and finals. I mean, watching the football was unreal. But times have changed, and we've had to move on and move into a different direction to stay where we are. You know, I mean, look at there's clubs in the Premier League. You know, all they're ever going to do is fight relegation or be mid-table. You know, and that's the way it is. But Levy has moved us onto another level now with things. And I mean, someone said third what, Jim? And the Sky Sports said a few months ago, Tottenham Hotspur are the third biggest sports empire in the world now, and bringing revenue in. I mean, that's just unbelievable. You know, he's moved us into a different era now, onto a different level. So we just need to apply it to the football side. You know, and to me, what I'm seeing is we're doing that. You know, we're doing that. I think with the players we got now, some of the players we got now are phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal, and we just got to keep moving forward with it. A few every window. I'd like to see another one come in this window. I really would.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Who would you like to see come in, Jim? What position?
I think another midfielder, or if that's get rid of Højbjerg, right? Sorry, Ellie. Get rid of Højbjerg and bring another midfielder in, or get rid of Emerson Royale and get another right back in. That's what I'd like to see. You've got to get all these positions. You've got to get two really top class players in all these positions. You know, and so that's why I said we need another centre back. So if our two centre backs are injured or suspended like they were, we've got two world class ones to put in there.
Steve D said you could argue that Levy's put solid foundations in place for sustainable success. Plenty of clubs have had some levels of success, then fallen by the wayside because it was built on money alone, which is a great point.
I mean, you've got to look. You've got to look
for the sustainable success. That's what we need, because
you've got to look at things. You've got to look at teams like Man United and Chelsea now, right? Their football grounds are falling down. But we've moved on with that, and we've moved on with the training, and he's brought all these things in. We're like an attraction now. It's Tottenham Hotspur Football Club. It's like an attraction. People come to see Tottenham Hotspur Football Club and do stuff there and see all what we do. So now that's got to be applied now to the football, the money side of it. So we've took that next step where other teams have got to go.
This is an interesting one. Unpopular opinion, maybe. Levy ahead of the curve.
Yeah, I think
only if he wins trophies for us.
Jim,
I've texted
all this investment, like Man City did. All the investment has to give you a bit of glory.
Ellie, my point would be is that, like Kate said, there's only 4 trophies to win per season, and if he gives the tools to Ange, is that really Levy's fault then? No. So if he gives him the right,
I'm saying
he has to win us trophies.
All the money that's been invested, now we've got to see some trophies.
Yeah, but we don't like the point is that you can't demand trophies. It's not as simple as that. And if Ange gets all the tools, then
if everything's nice and rosy, like you're saying, and everything's in place, and all the backroom staff and the scouts have been better, we should be up there, challenging and winning things as well. Not just the bridesmaid. We want to be the bride.
But you could argue we have challenged. We challenged for the title. We challenged for a Champions League. We challenged for cups.
I'm saying we got to challenge, but we also got to win some stuff.
Yeah, but again, you don't know what's.
But Man City don't think that, do they?
Yeah, but Ellie, that's a silly argument.
Hold on. What if Man City because what if Man City have cheated to get there? What if they get charged and they've cheated? No, it's not different because they haven't got there on their own validity. So we can't compare ourselves to Man City.
And all their titles are stripped. Thank God for that.
But then what I'm trying to say to you, then you can't compare us to Man City then.
I'm not comparing. I'm saying.
But you are, because you're saying, but Man City do it. But Man City do it.
I'm saying.
You are.
No, I'm not. I'm saying Man City had their investment. We've had our investment. Now we've got to push on and win things like they are.
Yeah, but they could be winning because they're cheats.
If they cheated, that's a different scenario. If they cheated and they're found guilty.
But it's not a different scenario because they've done that all by cheating. So we don't want to be in comparison to them if they have indeed cheated, because they've not done it because they were a good team and done it from their own validity. They've done it by cheating and being a good team.
No, they are a good team. It's just that
they've cheated to get there. Yeah, but I just said that they've done that by cheating.
Yeah,
they're a good team.
Guilty. But what I'm saying is the investment. I'm not saying the investment, right? If they've cheated,
but our investment is nothing like theirs, Ellie, because of the way they are. They're a completely different team. You can't really compare because they're not doing it how we're doing it. We're doing it in a substantial.
I'm saying that we should push on as well.
Yes, but we can't. We can say push on, but like Kate said, we've been in. I think however many semi-finals. I think it was like 18 semi-finals and finals over the years. But we've lost some of those. But we haven't.
Yeah, but that's not down to Daniel Levy. That's down to the players. It might be that.
I'm not saying it's down to Daniel Levy. I'm saying I want to win things.
Well, of course you do. We all do, but you can't.
Nearly winning things.
There's no solution to winning things, because you could be favourites. You could be massive favourites and go into a final, and then one of the players trip up and score an own goal. And whose fault's that? It's just football. No one knows what's going to happen. This is my point. People go on about
if you've got the best players, then they can
listen. All of the teams, all the teams,
players, all throughout the history of football, I saw the best players for Spurs in the 1980s.
Times have changed.
Right, listen. Right, things have changed though.
In the 60s, I didn't see it so much because I was a kid, but I remember the late 60s and the early 70s and the 80s. We had the best players at Spurs, and that's how you win things. You get the best technicians, the best players, and they will get you over the line.
So can I ask you a question?
Even if your player trips up or scores an own goal, we'll score 3 at the other end.
So can I ask you a question then, Ellie? In your opinion, would you say that Leicester are a bigger club than Tottenham?
No, they're not.
But
their history is not as good as
So, but they've won trophies. They've won a Premier League and an FA Cup. So that means that trophies don't equate to being a big or better club, right?
In general, it does, though.
But it doesn't, because you just said that you're going now back on what you just said.
We want to be like the Man Uniteds, the Liverpools, the Man Cities. All right, put them out the picture, because if they're cheated, they're cheated. But we want to be those clubs. We don't want to be nearly men.
But they're on a completely different level to us, and they always have been. In the past, they've always been.
No, they haven't. The 60s, we were the best team in the country,
Liverpool,
the world.
Liverpool, many more trophies. Man United, many more trophies. They've always been a much bigger club.
We were up there.
Listen, right?
We did the double, right? Then we won the FA Cup. Then we won the European Cup Winners' Cup. Then we won the FA Cup. Then we won 2 League Cups. Then we won the FA Cup. Then we won the FA Cup. So we have been up there.
We've been a cup days, but we've been a cup team majority of the time. That is the truth. We've won very few. We won the league twice, in comparison to like a Liverpool, who were a huge club in the 70s. They were huge. Yeah, but they were massive.
I'm talking about our history, right?
I'm talking about history. You can't go and pick and choose what history, Ellie.
You're not getting my point. You're not getting my point. Spurs were a massive club in terms of our history, from the 60s right through to the 70s. Then Liverpool took over. So we were there. But we didn't push on. And then the 80s came. We had very talented manager with Bill Nicholson in the background advising him. And we were brilliant. We were absolutely stunning football team. And
the difference is they weren't paying the wages they were paying now.
Yeah.
Right? And it's to run a football club now, it's a lot different to what it was then, Ellie.
I understand that. But I just want us to be that club that wins things as well.
Right, my point, Ellie, is that we have never
in my 80s, say, and we haven't won anything else for another 20 years.
My point would be is that we have never been as big a club as like the history that Liverpool have got. Man United have got a big history, and I think we are never going to be on that level, because they are just
Arsenal, Mia.
Arsenal. Yeah, I don't want to say them. I didn't want to say it, Jimbo. You're making me say it, man. I nearly said it earlier, but I was like, nah, I ain't saying that name.
We've been bigger than all of those clubs in the past.
Yeah, there was a time then when we did rule.
In the 60s, we were massive.
60 years ago, though.
Times changed massively.
Football goes in eras, right? So the 70s, Liverpool, 80s, Liverpool a bit, and then Man United. And then Man United took over when the Premiership came in. And now it's Manchester City. They've taken over. So why can't we take
We
over?
might do, but it doesn't mean
I
that.
hope so.
This
I
is
don't
what
want to die and we haven't bloody won one.
But what
more
you
cup.
don't want to do is go out and spend fortunes of money and ridiculous wages and
I'm
get the
just
club into a
ambitious.
crap situation.
I'm just
Yeah.
ambitious for our club.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
I
as
want
being
us to
ambitious
win
as
things.
being reckless for the sake of trying to win a trophy.
Look,
I
we're
don't
heading
want
in the.
the club
We
to
should all
go
be
under.
happy, right? And we shouldn't be arguing because we're heading in the right direction now. And I
Yeah.
really believe that we're going to be one of the biggest clubs in this Premier League, right? A lot depending on what happens to City, but we're going to be a huge club in the next few years in this
I agree
Premier
with
League
you.
with
I agree with
Ange
you.
and with the way we're recruiting. You know, everything's being done right, and we've got the foundation now, right? The foundation's there.
Yeah.
So we have to kick on now, and we should be looking. Forget the past. Let's look forward, and we've got a great future to look forward to. This
You know,
team
like,
is
you
going
know
to be.
what it is, right? It's because I'm the same age as Jim, right? So we seen us win trophies. You girls, you haven't seen us win that much. So when you've seen your club with fantastic footballers as well, like Glenn Hoddle,
I've seen all
Girona,
that, but I accept that
I
times
know.
change, and it's
I know,
changed
but-
beyond recognition now. Football, it's all
Yeah.
about money.
Of
Yeah.
course, but it's a shame. It's a shame, but I just want us to be that club where we can grasp and win things again.
See, a lot of people say that they'd rather have kept the old White Hart Lane and spent the money on footballers.
I don't
But
agree with that.
I'm of the opinion that if you're gonna have a club, you want the club to be sustainable for the rest of history. And I think we're in a position now where if they do things right from now on, like they have been doing, that we'll just always be a massive club. You know, he's built a foundation here, Levy, that no other club has got. You know, we've just got such a massive foundation now. No, there's not another club in the Premier League with it. You know, I don't care how much money they got. They haven't got the foundation we've got. What Levy's done with this club. So it's time now to forget the past, give Levy that another chance, which all of us should be willing to do, and let's kick on.
I like the glory as well.
We all love the glory, Ellie, but
we all do. But you're making it out like I don't. It's not that. I'm just realistic with what happens.
Bit unfair.
Well, you're just like you're saying,
That's
oh well, you like the glory. You never saw it all. Like, I understand that I never saw what you saw.
I'm saying that I saw more cups than you guys.
Yeah, no, of course you did.
I've got that spirit in me, and it's such a shame that we've not won. We've won 1 in 22. It's so bad.
Ellie, tell yourself we're going to do it from now on.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Have some belief.
That's what I'm holding on
to. What we're doing.
That's what's in my heart. I can feel there's been a change, and I like what I'm seeing.
Well, don't hold on to the past. That's what we're trying to say. Don't hold on to the past and what's going on. We need to look what's going on now.
Yeah, well, I do, because I have praised what they're doing now. I have. I'm not putting the club down in that respect. I just want us to win trophies as well, because you know when you win trophies, it lifts everybody's spirits. It lifts the club. It lifts the manager. It lifts the players, and they go on to better things.
Bill, don't be so doom and gloom. It all ends in tears. Wait and see. Don't be so doom and gloom.
Bill,
and
if it does, Bill, it does. But I'm living on the side of I want to be positive because life is so depressing. I don't want to sit in a depressing place where I think everything's going to fall apart. I want to live in a world where it could happen. It's going to happen because I want it to happen. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to sit in that doom and gloom. I want to be like, okay, I want it to happen.
Bill,
when we beat... Don't you think I want that? I want that as well.
Bill, when we beat City 3-0 Friday, you'll be smiling, mate.
We're going to stuff them.
Potato, got Gary Mabbutt coming on the show soon, so keep an eye out for that. We will ask him what that felt like lifting that cup up. More bad news. Haaland is going to be fit for the FA Cup tie versus Spurs.
So what?
I read that he's not going to play. Well,
I think they're talking about him being on the bench, but he could feature in the game. But
let him sit on the bench and then let Lo Celso square up to him. Because he'll be sitting on the bench watching.
The Celso's not going to play though, is
No,
he?
but it can be. Yeah, but it'll be their. They normally watch, don't they?
They do from the bench. Yeah, that is true. Either him or Romero will get him again.
How's everyone feeling about the game on Friday? I know how you feel, Jimbo, but Mia, how are you feeling? Because you're quite realistic.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a difficult game. I don't think by any stretch of the imagination it's going to be easy. But I feel that we've got this little voodoo over them, and they know it. When they walk into our stadium, they feel something different. It's just they've got this different feeling because they know they don't score at our place. But they're a really good team. They're clicking into gear. If they have got Haaland back, they've got De Bruyne back. That's scary times. If we've got Maddison on the bench, I think I'd feel a bit better because I don't know if he'll start. But if he's on the bench and comes on, at least we know he's there. Solomon as well. So we could have a few more options off the bench, which will give me a bit more confidence. But yeah, let's say and see what happens. I'm hoping we win it, of course. But like I say, I don't think it's going to be an easy game.
No. Ellie, how are you feeling about it?
I'm quietly confident because of the way we played them at White Hart Lane. We sort of got one over them. It's like we're their bogey team. They haven't scored at our ground either. Harry Kane broke his record against them as well. Is that fantastic goal scoring record of Jimmy Greaves. So I've got a lot of hope because, not just hope, I've got belief as well that we can beat them because when we went up to their ground, we had a weakened side and they couldn't beat us. So we're going to have a little bit of a stronger team this time. So I think we'll win 1 or 2-0. That's what my score prediction is anyway. I said 2-0, but I think 1-0 is more realistic.
Jubbly Jim?
3-0. I'm not worried at all. I don't care. They don't score. They don't score at our ground. And there's no one in the Premier League that scares me when we play our best football.
I agree. When we've got our best team, but Sonny's not there for a start.
All right, so Sonny's not. So Sonny's missing. Or we're going to have to sit here and think, we're going to lose because Sonny's not there.
But it's still trying to be a little bit more realistic.
I'm being realistic. I was going to say 4-0, 5-0, but I'm going to stick with 3. I'm going to give them a bit of respect and say 3-0.
Yeah,
I'm going to say 2-2. And I think that's being quite generous. If we can get away with a draw, although I think when we go back to their place, they smash the granny out of us. But I'm going to say a draw. Lee, stop it. We've got Rich and Kate. Stop it, Lee.
Go on,
Stop
Richard.
it.
And we've got Porro as well, putting it on the money.
Don't. I think we'll beat City. It will be a close affair. I just think if Haaland plays, they've got De Bruyne back. Their team is so good. They're just so good. And
our team's good.
Yeah, but we've got Werner, Richie, and Johnson or whatever, or Kulu, whoever's going to be up front. It's a bit poo.
That's all right. Werner can.
Don't forget we've got Højbjerg as well, Kate. We've got Højbjerg.
He can score as well. I hope he gets the winner and then you two can eat your words.
I hope he gets the winner but falls on his arse while he does it and then he can't play for us no more.
Who's this geezer telling me to shut up?
He's telling me I don't care.
Who's this geezer telling me to shut up? I'm deluded. What's his name? Nick,
Nick, do me a favour. You're obviously a Man City fan. Have a bit of respect. I don't mind. Hang on, Jim. I don't mind. None of us mind rivals in our channels, but have a bit of respect. There's no need to be rude at all.
If you want to say 5-0 to you, I won't disrespect you. That's your opinion. My opinion is we're going to beat you 3-0. If you don't like that, then I'm sorry, but that's my opinion.
Yeah, exactly. I don't mind having rivals in a bit of banter, but you don't have to be rude. There's just no need for it. 4-5-1. You've dragged me back in, Jim. Go on, Bill.
Go on,
Bill. Richie will score. We'll see. Richie's on fire. Werner, 1 game, 1 assist. Yeah. Do you know what? It's football. Anything could happen. I wouldn't like to say. Who knows what could happen? But if we beat them, we've got to fancy ourselves to go a fair way in the competition. Although we'd probably lose then to some League 2 team in the next round.
Kate, you're a pessimist, man. Come on.
I'm going by previous experience. If Madison is fit, we have a fighter's chance. Yeah. I hope
Be any League Two teams in the next round, probably.
No,
Hopefully.
I hope he's not rushed back too quick, Madders, and that is okay to
half
play.
An hour, I reckon. Half an hour they'll give him.
Yeah. Paul asked this earlier, Paul 123, who's happy about Bayern being 7 points off the top? And Potatoes just put, should we laugh at the Kane situation? I mean, it is a little bit strange that Kane's gone there and they lost their mojo.
Hashtag Kane's cursed. And do you know what? Everyone was saying, oh, I hope he goes and wins. Me? No way. I hope he never wins nothing in his life. I'll tell you that now. I don't give a damn. I hope he don't win that. And I hope that he cries when we're lifting trophies.
I love it. She's savage. Do you feel the same, Ellie, or are you like poor Kane?
I'm sort of in the middle because he's performed well. I think he scored 21 goals in 15 games, I think, something like that. But no, I don't wish him bad, but I don't win. I don't want him to win anything because he's left us. I just don't want him to win.
Yeah.
I'm a bit savage like Mia, but maybe I say it in a different way.
How do you feel about the Kane situation, Jimbo? I mean, I personally want him to win something. I'm not going to lie, because I like the guy. Because I won't lose sleep if he doesn't. But I like the guy.
When he left us, he didn't shed a tear. When you saw someone like Lucas Moura, he shed a tear.
True.
You know what? That he was cold as ice. He don't care about us like people think he cares about us. I'm sorry, but he didn't shed a tear, man. Not a tear. That video to Nick when he said goodbye. He didn't look like he even cared. He's just like, oh, I better film something. No, man.
Yeah,
I hope he never wins anything.
10-minute video.
How do you feel about the Kane
to do it?
Situation, Jimbo?
Trying to become Spursy.
Do you know what? I'm such a massive Kane fan, and I don't blame him for going. I just think he left the year he left was the wrong year because of where we're heading. So I just think he made a mistake going. He should have stuck it for one more year. What he should have done was signed an extension year contract, right? Said, I'll stay another year. If it don't work out, we're under this guy. And then let me go and you'll get some money back for me. But he didn't do that. But I can't dislike Kane. I can't for what pleasure he's given me over the years.
Yeah.
And I want him to win stuff there, but if he doesn't, I won't lose any sleep.
Yeah, that's how I feel.
I like him, man. Too soft.
He deserves to win stuff, Mia. He's too good a player not to win stuff.
Listen, he never took us over the line. Every single time that we got into finals and semi-finals, man, he never dragged us over that line. He does not deserve it any more than what we deserve it.
He was fit for that Champions League final.
He'd be the best player in the world to have never won anything if he retires without a trophy, and that's so sad because he's been fantastic. Love how savage Mia is.
I do not give a damn. Was he not my player no more? I don't care. The time he played at my club, he was a loser like the rest of the loser club. The rest of the losers that
played. Can I just say something here?
Yeah.
Can I just say something? There's Nick in the chat. He's not being disrespectful, right? He's entitled to his opinion. So him saying that is his opinion. But Nick, just sit down and have a look at the last few years we've played, how close the game's been, and how many we've won. So it's if you think you're just going to come to Spurs and roll us over, it's not going to happen, mate.
You're having a laugh.
Yeah, we went to your ground with a completely depleted team. We had some real muppets on the pitch, and we still got a 3-3 draw.
Yeah.
So if you think you're going to come to us and roll us over, it ain't going to happen.
Can I just say, I am saying this in like a slight bit of like tongue in cheek. Of course, when he retires, he'll be if he's still our record goal scorer, I respect him for that absolutely 100%. But why he's not at my club and he's still playing football? I don't want him to win nothing. No chance.
The thing is, so many other players have won when they've left us. And if he doesn't, it'll be his spite because he should have stayed with us. And this is the time he should have stayed. Because we're like moving forward now.
Yeah, he did move at the wrong time. I was a bit gutted because I thought if he'd have stuck it out for one more year, well, yeah, maybe it would have been such a massive difference. But look, it is what it is. He's gone. I wish him well. But if he doesn't win trophies, I won't lose any sleep. But I would like to see him win some stuff. If that man retires and hasn't won anything, that's going to be a complete sin.
Yeah.
Bill's up them beaches. He likes them beaches. He likes them nice and wet.
Yeah. Kate, you know when I sent you the stats that we created more chances than City, if I remember rightly.
Yeah.
We've created more than them. So you imagine if we had Kane.
Yeah, but it's if Spuds and
we might not have had
we might not have been able of those chances.
Yeah, but we might not have got Maddison if we had Kane. We wouldn't have got the other players that we had. You can't this is again it's like when people said.
Because we signed Maddison while Kane was still here.
Yeah, but that was with his money, they're saying.
With his money.
Yeah,
because what I'm trying to say is it's the same equivalent when people said if we didn't have Kane, we would be 14th. Well, no, because we'd have another player scoring goals possibly. So we shouldn't have, that's not the same equivalent. You can't say if Kane was here.
I'm just saying if he did stay.
Yeah, but he couldn't because we spent his money and we wouldn't have had those players.
I'm saying if he was here, regardless of what would have happened, he would have finished a lot of those chances. He would have.
Yeah,
he scored 21 and 15 over there.
No, I don't want any player who's not wearing my shirt to be successful. What I'm trying to say is that he didn't show a bit of emotion. He was very cold. When he went and clapped those fans, he was very cold with it. And I found that message very cold when he said it, when I watched that message that he sent. And that's just me as a person. I pick up on people's vibes. And I don't think that he gave that vibe where he looked like he was really that bothered about leaving.
They're digging at you, Mia, aren't they? Digging at you.
Yeah, that's fine. My opinion is my opinion. Listen, I don't hate Kane. I'm just telling you how I see it. So that's how I saw it with Kane. I don't want no player to be successful.
Opinion.
Yeah, that's right.
To your opinion.
If we play Bayern Munich, I hope we bash the granny out of them. But until then, I'm quite happy if he wins them. Nick, you're getting on my nerves a little bit. Calm yourself down.
No, he's all right.
No. Calm yourself down. Don't get above your station. You know, your team might be playing in League Two in the not too distant future.
Calm yourself
down.
No one's saying that City ain't a great team. We all know what a good team they are, right?
Yeah.
If you think I'm going to sit here and say we're going to lose to City, ain't never, ever going to happen in a million years, mate.
Yeah.
Not in a million years.
We've beaten you 8 times. You've beaten us 7.
And I expect you to say you're going to win because you're a City fan. It'd be a bit strange if you never.
Yeah. Well, is there anything else anyone wants to say before we finish up?
I'd like to clarify that I do not hate Kane before anyone tries to spread the rumour that I hate Harry Kane. I had all this in the summer when I said he's going to leave and everyone was saying, no, he won't because of this and because of that. And I said, listen, let him leave if he wants to go. He wanted to leave, remember that. He wanted to leave. So people saying, oh, but if we had Kane, he wanted to go. So we should have let him go.
He wanted to leave a few seasons before that as well.
Exactly. And he wasn't upset about leaving us then. He would have easily probably left then. So that's the facts. So, you know, I don't think it's
bitches,
disrespectful Harry Kane at the end, just pathetic. I think that's really out of order because it's my opinion. I wasn't being disrespectful I wasn't being disrespectful to him as in I think he's a bad player. I don't think that at all. I said at the end of the day, when he's not playing football no more and he's still our greatest scorer, I give him a lot of respect for that. But why he's not our player, I don't want him to win. No, I don't understand why that's a big deal.
Mia's not alone with that because a lot of people feel the same. I just can't because I just like him so much and he's brought me so much enjoyment.
Yeah.
I just really want him to win something, but that's me. Everybody's different. I know loads of people just say, oh no, stuff him. I hope they win nothing. You know, it's just personal opinion.
I will just always love him for that goal he scored against Arsenal when he took his mask off and threw it.
So many good,
Daniel, you've got to understand, I don't know if Tottenham is actually his team because his family are all Arsenal apparently, but I don't know. But the fact is that I'm saying that he didn't shed a tear, which is true. He didn't. That wasn't a lie. Oh, okay, but that's not a lie though. He didn't shed a tear,
It
did
doesn't
he?
matter.
So
At the end of the day, that's how you feel, Mia.
yeah, that's how I
You've
feel
got your
because
opinion.
I'm quite a person who's passionate about stuff. So if I was going to leave something that I loved, I would get upset about it. I'd get emotional about it. Everybody's different, but the fact that he never showed, he seemed quite cold. I was a bit taken aback by that for someone who says that he loves the club so much. That's all I will say. That was my personal view on it.
Listen, thank you everyone who's come in tonight. We've had loads of good conversations.
This was a debate, wasn't it?
Yeah, make sure if you was watching on Just a Girl Who Loves Spurs, you go over and smash the like and sub to Mia, and vice versa. If you're watching on Mia's, come over to Just a Girl Who Loves Spurs and smash the like. Anything else before we finish, lads and ladies?
Yeah, we're gonna smash City.
Obviously, Mia, when are you back in the morning with your member show?
No, I'm not doing a member show this week because there's not that much to talk about. So I thought I'd leave it to, I'll leave that one be. But I have done a video with Jack and Dave ranking all the players so far. So if you haven't checked that out, please go and check that out because that was a lot of fun. I always do that. Enjoy doing videos with Dave and Jack.
And then I had to go to the doctors, but I enjoyed so I watched the rest because it was really good, brilliant.
Yeah, so when are you next on live, Mia?
It'll be the match reaction with you girls
on Friday night.
On Friday night, yeah.
Well, you're not until then, Mia, no?
Pardon?
You're not until then.
No, I'll be doing my videos daily for transfers, though. If you would like the daily updates, I do them every morning. Yeah, I do them 5 minutes in the morning. So make sure you look out for those. I'll try and get the news out nice and early to everybody.
Ellie, when are you back on?
I'm back on tomorrow with Ash, the lovely Ash, on Talk and Ball in the morning at 11 o'clock. And then on Friday, I'm on with you girls, match reaction, and I'm on with Talk and Ball as well. But I think it's the 4 o'clock show I'm on.
6-0.
Yeah.
6-0.
With Chang as well.
Oh, good. 6-0.
Yeah.
6-0 to Chelsea.
Jesus.
Oh, my God.
Jimbo.
Have a wet dream tonight.
Jimbo, when are you on next?
I'm on, I think, tomorrow. With you.
At 1 o'clock with me,
1
yeah.
o'clock, yeah, our Mr. and Mrs. or whatever it's called.
Wedding Bliss.
Wedding Bliss, is it?
Yeah.
That's it. I've done the promo for it already. I'll put
we
it
going
out
off
tomorrow.
now? I wanted to ask Nick a question.
Is it at 1 o'clock, that show?
Yes.
Yeah, it is, because I saw that.
I wanted to ask Nick what he thought about all this trouble with his club, with all this.
Yeah, no, don't get into that now, because
I just wanted to know his opinion.
Yeah, well, they deny it and say that they're not guilty, and they're probably going to get found not guilty anyway. So, you know, it is what it is.
I reckon they'll get a few charges.
Maybe.
They can't get off all those charges. They can't.
They can, you know. If they're where there's money involved, anything can happen. Yeah, Jimbo and I are back tomorrow at 1 p.m. for Wedded Bliss, where we'll be ranking the players so far this season. It was so weird. I was thinking in bed last night, what am I going to do, Wedded Bliss? And I thought of that. And then I turned Mia's video on today. She was doing the same thing. It was really weird. But, you know, with Jim and me, anything could happen. We could go in a completely different direction once it starts.
It's not going to be as
flow.
Yeah, we've always got something to talk about.
Your chatting Wedded Bliss is really good. You can just go on that.
Yeah, but I'm sure we'll be arguing about something or another.
No, it's just not. It wouldn't have been as intricate as Mia's anyway.
No.
Mia's was very professional. Ours, no, not so much.
Ours will be you saying how brilliant they are, me saying how crap they are.
Yeah, ours will be chaos. Ours will be chaos. Me had all the diagrams. I was really impressed with it when I watched it.
Thank you. I tried to make it look all right.
Yeah,
it has to be chaos.
Yeah, it will be chaos. Absolute guaranteed. So yeah, have a great night, everyone. And yeah, we will see you tomorrow. But keep an eye out for Mia's transfer videos, and the match reaction will be straight after full time on Friday. Win, lose or draw, home or away, we will have our say. Yes,
that's right.
I got it right.
Hang on, Kate. Hang on. Mr. M has put What?
We do. Jim's downstairs. I'm upstairs.
We do live together. We've been together 24 years.
Oh dear, that's so funny.
Mr. M, don't give her any ideas, for God's sake.
Downstairs.
He's not allowed upstairs. There's always bad things happen when he goes upstairs.
Exactly. Yeah. But yeah, have a great evening, everyone. And yeah, come on, you Spurs.
Come on, you Spurs.
Come on, you Spurs.
3-0.
Come on.